Okay. Unworthiness. Okay, that is so, a lot of people's triggers. They feel like they're not worthy of success. They feel like they're not worthy of having anything good in their lives go their right way. And that's not true. You are worthy of that. It's called self-sabotage, Melody. That is the end result. The end part of it is that you're self-sabotaging. And because you don't think that you're worthy of living a life that you like or want. You know what I mean? Whatever it is. Now, it doesn't have to be the whole life. It can just be parts and pieces. So we self-sabotage. And I don't know why we do that. I don't know if it's a coping mechanism. I don't know if it is a just a way that we deal with that. But we have to find a healthy way to get around that unworthiness, because you are worthy. You're 100% worthy of living the life and having the life that you want. My addiction is definitely soda. Also have type 1 diabetes, makes it a bit more difficult. Okay, have you ever tried just diet soda or like any of those zero type sodas? Like, I can't remember what they're called, but I've seen them before. So I was just reading that research-based evidence suggests that foods high in sugar, which is your drinking, your soda, salt and or fat can trigger the pleasure symptoms like dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins, creating a strong feeling of pleasure and satisfaction. The response is similar to a cocaine addict. So it's the same reward. It's the same reward center in our brain, and so that's why we are food addicts. That's why. Okay, you haven't had surgery yet. About 2 months out. Okay. I'm going to eat my lunch too while we're talking. I made some more chickpea pasta. So I'm eating my chickpea pasta. It's not pasta, it's just chickpeas pressed into pasta with my sugar-free sauce I made. So that's what I'm going to be eating today while we talk about this. That's how I feel. Literally feel addicted. Yes, you are. Yes. Don't ever let anybody tell you you're not. Because I understand that 100%, you guys. You know I do. Mine is sweets. I'm addicted to sweets. But the weird thing is, this is the weird thing. I like to eat them, but I don't like how they physiologically make me feel after I eat them. They make me sick. So I don't understand why I keep going back. You would think that when you have something makes you sick physiologically, like hurts your stomach, you have to go to the bathroom, like it hurts really bad. Why do we keep going back? Is that part of the self-sabotage? Is that part of what we like? Are we masochists? Like, what is it, you know? Yes, you do need a therapist for food addiction, for sure. Yes, we should all see a counselor. I bought chickpea pasta, but it has a lot of carbs. Yes, it is okay. Lauren, listen to me. You cannot go into that keto craziness. You just cannot, okay? By getting rid of whole groups of foods, that is not good for us. You know how much you have of this? Like 3/4 of a cup. I measured it out. So the chickpea thing, so you measure, like once it's less than 3/4 of a cup, it's like don't even line it all the way up, like right below the lip even, of the chickpea stuff, and then put your meat sauce on top, sugar-free meat sauce, or whatever it is you're going to put on top of there. And that will be, that's your however many grams, 13 grams of protein. That's plus what's in the meat sauce, or whatever sauce you've made. So don't look at it like that. Don't look at it like that. It's fine. Hold on, I'll get to your message in a minute, Lauren. My triggers are stress and high-low emotions. Growing up, celebrations, lows were all around food. That's right. It is right. So what you do, Emmy, is you have to set yourself up for success. So you need to keep foods around you that are healthier for you, and keep the foods out of the house that are not healthy. I'm serious. You cannot have that stuff in the house. I don't care who lives with you. I don't care what. You cannot have that in your house until you get a handle on it, period. Because like there's still some things in the house I cannot have. I cannot keep cereal in my house because I love cereal, like sweet cereal. I cannot keep that in my house, period. Cannot do it. 10 years out sleeve, lost 200 pounds, had 2 babies up to 80. It's tricky. It is very tricky. It is very tricky. Very, very, very tricky. All of this. All of it is tricky. Maybe that's what they wrote the song It's Tricky about. You can't save Mal. 5 months pre-op, and I can't lose weight. I feel like a failure. 5 months pre-op. You're not a failure. Some of us just can't drop weight like other people can just drop weight. So don't compare to other people. Comparison is the thief of joy, right? And so you need to remember that you're doing the best you can. Only you can control these things. Only you can control these things. And so what we put in our mouth is what's going to happen to us. So you have to remember to keep whatever it is that you're eating and drinking. You know what that is. This weekend I did not care what was going on around me. I ate, and I should not have eaten everything that I ate, but I did because I was so sick last week from tonsillitis that antibiotics made me so backed up in my body that I was like, I'm going to eat whatever because I need to get cleared out. And finally, yesterday morning, I cleared myself out, but I didn't feel good after eating all of that stuff. You know what I mean? So we've got to be careful to make sure, like, you know what I mean? Like, what I'm trying to say here is, only I can control what I put in my mouth. Nobody's holding a gun to my head saying, here, eat this, 5,000 calorie food. You know what I mean? So you've got to be able to make the best decisions you can for yourself. You know what I mean? And I watched this nutritionist this morning I agreed with her 100%. She was talking about how people are saying that, the calorie deficit is the only way to go. Calorie deficit is not the only way to go. Thank you, Alex. Thank you for the gift. Calorie deficit is not the only way to go because we can't, and also keto, we cannot just cancel out whole food groups out of our diet. That's just not healthy. That's not healthy for our mindsets. That's not healthy for us when we're food addicts. Like, that's like telling somebody, like for me, that's like telling them telling me you can't have candy anymore ever. I'm sorry. Well, what do you think that's going to make me do? I got to have candy. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is. Like for me, I'm like, no, you told me I can't have it, so I'm going to do it, So that's why I don't believe in that type of diets. I don't like that. So this lady was talking about keto in particular. She was talking about how people fall into these fad diets. They'll do well for a very long time, and then all of a sudden they don't do so well anymore because, let's be real, that's not a sustainable diet. That's not something you can do for the rest of your life. That's just not. I was even watching another video where the lady was on keto, and she's like, I don't care. I'm eating this carbs. And I'm like, you can't just care one day and not care the next. Like that kind of diet, you've got to care every day. You know what I mean? So you're not a failure, okay? You need to have some carbs. Yeah, you need to have some carbs. Okay, so in my sauce is basically the leanest ground beef that I can find, which is usually 90-10. I don't buy anything below 85-15, period. I just don't. Sorry you have to spend more money. You just got to do it. And then I still drain it after I cook it. And then actually, if I'm not going to make my own pasta sauce, which I'm a busy mom and homeowner and job, I own my own business, everything. So, not Prego. Ragu actually makes a sugar-free, or not sugar-free, no sugar added sauce. And so I'll use that with onion, tomato. I'll even throw in some extra garlic. I throw in I'll cut tomatoes up and stew them. I will pre-stew them and then throw those in there as well because I don't like canned stewed tomatoes. There's too much stuff in that. I don't like that. And then I'll just put that on top, and that's what we're at. That's where we're at today. Oh, onion too. I like to put some onion in there too, chopped up onion. Yeah, that's why, Melody, because Melody says, I love pasta, but it makes me feel tired and bloated all day. That's because of your insulin, like the sugars in the pasta. So that's why we're switching from pasta to chickpeas or lentils. We're not doing pasta because of that reaction to you. It does the same thing to me. And basically it just keeps swelling inside your pouch or your sleeve. It'll just keep getting worse and worse and worse. And so that's why I switched to the chickpea or lentil pasta. It's not pasta. I keep saying pasta, but it's not. It looks like it, but it's not. So it does not do that in your pouch or belly. It does not swell and doesn't make you feel bad. It doesn't make you have any of that bloating, tiredness, none of that. It's like sweet to me. That's exactly what cake and stuff does to me because it's sugar. That's exactly what happens. Okay. Jesselyn, next month is 4 years post-op VSG for me. I need a reset. Do you have advice on what to do first? Okay. Go to Google. Type in 5-day pouch reset. There's even a 10-day pouch reset if you want to try that out. Pick one of the diets. There's so many because this is a worldwide thing. So there's so many things, diets, you know, from different countries because of foods that they have in their countries. You can even get on Pinterest and look at Pinterest and look at all the many diets for a pouch reset. And basically you're going to notice that it's the same thing as after surgery. So do that. Stop doing whatever it is that you're doing, like eating, drinking, you know what I mean? I think, you know, now that it's summertime, a lot of people like to go to restaurants and order a margarita or order some sort of drink. The very first thing we need to do is not do that anymore. If we're gaining weight, we're not drinking sugar drinks. We need to ask for skinny. We need to ask for whatever's the lowest calorie or lowest sugar, because we don't need that right now, because that's the first thing that's going to happen. I was talking to another lady here on TikTok, and she told me that she didn't understand why she was feeling shaky in the mornings. And she's like, I don't understand. All I do is I go through McDonald's, I ask for an unsweet tea, and I drink it. And I'm like sitting here going, okay, well, are you sure that's an unsweet tea? Y'all, come to find out she was drinking sugar, and I don't know how she didn't know. Don't ask me, because when I drink sugar, I'm like, bleh, you know? But she didn't know she was drinking sweetened sugar tea. Wait, sweet tea. And, you know, I don't know if you guys have ever had a McDonald's tea, but wow, those things are sweet. And y'all, that's like 400 or 500 calories just there. So, you know, that's why whenever I go to Starbucks and I ask for an unsweet black tea with 1 Splenda, I check it before I leave even. Like, I want to put the Splenda in myself because I don't trust them, you know? And so I'll take a drink and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'll drive off and put my own Splenda in there because of that reason, you know? Seven weeks out, 52 down. Yes, she's pleasant. Awesome. Yep, gave up soda and caffeine because I'm not able to limit. Yes, good, Emmy. Good for you. You may be able to do that later, but if you can do without it, then do without it. Hey, Lexi. I love baking, but instead of having any, I take it to the neighbors and enjoy. They love me. Oh, yeah. That's awesome, Melody. Yeah. How bad is the hair loss due to have bypass? Mine wasn't bad. As long as you keep up with your protein, your vitamins, you know, with my sleeve, I did lose a lot of hair. I had really long hair, but this time around, you guys can tell I've kept my hair pretty short, and it's been fine. But I have an undercut also, so it's kind of, and it's all the way around, so it's kind of hard to tell. But you know, keep up with your protein. You can take biotin. Some people swear by collagen. Drinking that as well. Getting hair, skin, and nails. Even there's a biotin shampoo and conditioner, you guys. So whatever you need to do, that they sell that on Amazon. They sell it at Sally's. They sell it at, I think there's some at Walmart even. So thank you, Shar. And good luck for next month. I'm already limited due to celiac disease, so I'm hoping after surgery it won't be too... Yeah, it's going to be the same thing, Brand. You're going to notice that the same foods, you'll be fine. Like, you're going to notice it's the same stuff because you already have a limited what you can eat. You're celiac too. Wow. Wow, that's crazy. I have a friend that's celiac. I'm allergic to beef and corn and celiac. Wow, man, there's a lot of celiacs in here today. Maybe we need to have a whole conversation just on celiacs. That's amazing. Man, y'all, I really feel that there's a lot of people who have these things, these intolerances, these, I don't know if, I don't want to offend anybody. I'm not sure if that's a disease or disorder or how that's classified, how celiac is classified. But man, I know that's a big deal, and I understand gut health is a major issue right now. And I wonder if all of it's tied in with like how cattle, like, cause you know, what do we feed our cattle? Corn and all that stuff. And then we eat it. And then what do you think that is in the beef because of the corn and whatever else they fed the cattle? And I'm just like, It's so hard. It's so hard. Yay, Tattooed and Sassy. I love your video, and I loved your video you made me on Saturday. Thank you so much. I had woke up from a nap, you guys, and Tattooed and Sassy had made me a video, just, you know, you guys, okay, and I start crying when I see these things. It is so hard for me to not cry because I'm an emotional person. I'm just emotional. I have a big heart, okay? I have a really big heart. And when I saw that video, I was like, oh my gosh, you people are so sweet to me. Thank you so much. Thank you. Lauren, no. It does not relatively taste like pasta at all. If you've ever had regular hummus, it tastes like nothing, right? That's why whenever you get hummus, they add garlic, they add red peppers, you can get all sorts of avocado, dill, you can get also, because chickpeas don't normally have a flavor. So what I do to the pasta is I will add just, a tiny bit of butter, maybe like that much of the butter to the pot to give it's going to need some sort of, or you can use olive oil or whatever fat you want to use, because you don't want it to stick together. And then you're going to add some Italian seasonings. I'll still even add some minced up garlic to that, to just the pasta, and give it a good toss because there's no flavor there. And then it doesn't have the mouthfeel that pasta does. So it's gonna take some getting used to, you guys, but it's good. It's really good once you get used to it. It's really good. I think I like the spaghetti best. And zoodles are good too. Yes, they are. Thank you so much. You guys, this dress, do you want to hear about this crazy dress? Let me tell you about this dress. I got this dress last year. I got this dress last year at Five Below. I paid $5 for this dress at Five Below. Thank you so much. I love it. And I thought today I would throw it on. I thought today, what is going on, wonky phone? I thought today I would try it on and wear it. Thank you guys. Thank you. And thank you, Lexi, for moderating as usual. Thank you. That's okay. I always check at Sonic. Yes, me too. I'm always like, I need a sugar-free raspberry water, extra ice, and please make sure it's sugar-free. I know they probably hate me, but I even wouldn't go as far sometimes to tell people I'm allergic to sugar. Because I am. You're allergic to sugar, right? Just tell them. I don't know, Lauren, because I just started chickpeas. I would say that that's probably at least when you're released to full meals. I wouldn't try this, without, at least being released, because it does cause some gas, because it is in the bean family. With the lentils, though, you guys, the red lentils, I did not notice any, gas. So, just be careful, Lauren, because remember, you don't want to be having lots of extra gas in our belly too soon. Okay. Look, I got my nails redone. They look like a light pink, but they are neon pink. They are neon pink. I love them. Oh my God. Yes. I use my blood sugar meter to test my drinks. What? That is so smart. That is so smart. You just like dip it in there and, oh my gosh. Man, you should do videos on that brand. You should make videos on that. Drive around and get stuff from places that supposedly are sugar-free or not. Man. Sonic is the first place. All right, cool kitten. I have my first consultation Thursday, or bariatric, nervous but excited. Yes, that's awesome. Non-scale victories. You guys know I love non-scale victories. I can put the steering wheel all the way down. Yes, Casey. That's amazing. Yes. Congratulations. Yes, I had sleeve and bypass. I had sleeve in 2015, bypass in 2018 due to acid reflux. Wednesday will be 1 week post-op, down 8.2. Yes, yes. Amazing love, no hate. Not hate. Yes. Hi, Mommy. How are you? I love that you guys are here. Yeah. So glad you're live. I'm struggling so bad. Everything I smell or try to eat makes me feel sick. Oh, I'm so sorry, Serena. Yeah, that's a struggle. If you're post-op, yeah, that's definitely a struggle. I don't know why that is. I had that same aversion after I had my both of my surgeries. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just that you have an aversion to food because you don't feel like eating after surgery. I don't know. I don't remember how far out you are. But yeah, I understand. Oof. Sorry, I'm getting text messages too. Yeah, no, thank you guys. I had my gallbladder removed a few years ago and also part of the colon. Ooh, why? Crazy tattooed. I love that you go live at my hungriest time. That's why I'm live at your hungriest. That's why. It really keeps me determined to eat healthier. This is why, 12:30 Central, I want to go live at lunchtime. I want to go live whenever people are eating so that we can either eat together, you can make healthier choices, you get some encouragement, you get, we all can do this together because there's days, you guys, where I need you guys. I mean, seriously, I need y'all. It was so funny too because I don't go live on Saturday and Sundays unless it's just I want to. It's not scheduled. It's just whatever. And yesterday I was missing you guys. I really wanted to go live, but there just was not a point in the day where I could do that in my house because I have kids. You know, there's just no way. But I missed you guys and I really wanted to hang out. But thank you, Melody. Hello all. 6 days post-op and no in hospital. Are you still in the hospital, Cora? My, no in hospital. Finally tried the red lentil pasta. I was not really, I liked it, tattooed. I liked that red lentil pasta. My husband even liked it. He even asked for it again. I liked it. I wonder if having them removed will have an effect after I get the sleeve. I don't think so. Tattooed the gallbladder, because most people, even normal stomachs, and that's what I call people who've not had any sleeve or bypass or surgery, I call them normal stomachs. If you've had your gallbladder taken out, it's the same situation. You're gonna notice the diet will still be the same. No fat, or high fats, high sugars will give you dumping syndrome, which is the same thing that you probably have now. You'll notice if you've had your gallbladder taken out, if you eat anything too fatty or too sugary, it'll give you diarrhea or sweating or nausea or fatigue. Any of that stuff is like dumping syndrome. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Hey there, everyone. Hope your Monday is fab. Hey, Guinness girl. What's up, girl? Can you repeat that Sonic drink? Oh, hi, Candy. Yes, I drink the sugar-free raspberry water extra ice. That's the same. And then if you want to, you know, add some pizzazz, ask for a lemon. Ask for them to put a lemon in there. Raspberry lemon. Oh, that's so good. But I drink sugar-free raspberry water extra ice. And then if I want tea for caffeine, but remember, if you're still new to surgery, like if you're brand new out, don't drink caffeine for a while until you can get your intestines under order, because poop, okay? You don't want to poop your pants. It's Sam's like I did, okay? Do not poop your pants. So caffeine can do that to you. So that's why if you want to have an unsweet tea, you can do the same thing, unsweet raspberry tea. Their mango is really good. I'm not really a big mango fan, so that's why I don't get mango. Is it normal to go through a phase of not wanting to eat? Yes, absolutely, Serena. Absolutely 100% normal. Yes, it's like, you just can't let that go on for too long. And I mean more than like a day, because you've got to figure out something. Because you've got to get nutrients in your body. However you do it, you've got to figure out if it's going to be Premier Protein shakes, if it's going to be other protein shakes. However you get it in there, you've got to get it in there, because we cannot be just withering away, because it's not good for you. It's not good for your mental health. It's not good for your body. All of that. Yay, Mommy. Y'all, Mommy's having her revision in 4 days. And so Mommy, please make sure you keep us updated for sure. What is that, on Friday? Yes, make sure you keep me updated for sure, okay? Tell Hubs to message me or something even. Not that, I mean, he knows me or anything, but I like to know. Hot pink Twinkies. Let's see. There we go. That kind of shows them a little better. I mean, they're like neon. And y'all can really see my crazy makeup there. I do the dip. I do dip nails. I can't do acrylic, and I can't do press on, or the whatever those are called. I can't do those because of my job, because I clean houses, and so I have to get dipped, because that's the only thing that's like hardy enough to like take on what I do with chemicals and whatnot. Hey, what's your noodle? Welcome, welcome. My husband and I are set for February in Mexico. We're excited. We've done lots of research. Yes, Sal Guzman. Awesome. Where are y'all going, if you don't mind me asking? I'd love to know where you guys are going. Yes. Oh, welcome, Bypass Peach. I miss you. I do. Thank you, Sal Guzman. Thank you so much. I really work hard on some of those videos for sure. I need to do some more informational stuff. Yeah, Brand, I think that would be a really good content for you. It's really smart. And add like that spinning monkeys music at the bottom, like add that sound at the bottom, because that'll probably get you more play, and that's a minute long. Just an idea. Reed is having high amounts of sugar. Oh yeah. Definitely. I'm day 6 post-op and back. Okay, back in the hospital. Okay, why are you back in the hospital? You had diverticulitis, so they had to remove the bad part. Oh, okay. Yeah. But remember, that can happen in normal stomachs. That happens, diverticulitis, gallbladder issues, that happens in normal stomachs, and they do just fine bypass as well. So, or sleeve, you know? Because you'll notice the diet's about the same. That's crazy, Cora. I don't understand why that's happening to you. Do they think you have an infection or anything like that? You do a video of recipes or lists of foods good to make. Yeah. I've done several in the past. They just don't ever, it's like I do so much work on them. They take like days to make, and then they don't get views. It's like if I do funny, like, sound, like if I make a funny sound, like, or do a sound that's trending, those work out sometimes pretty well for those. But yeah, or I could just re-upload ones I've made in the past. You're going to see a lot of salad stuff because that's what I eat. I eat a lot of salad stuff, but maybe I can do this, the red lentil pasta or the chickpea pasta, you know, maybe I can do something with that and show you guys how I do my meals. But yeah, good idea. Blood count, people. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Blood count, blood pressure. I think it's her blood count. Lexi, I think that's what's going on. How do you stop the food addiction? Okay, here we go. Finally. Yes, Rachel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so I had printed out a ton of stuff on food addiction because I wanted to get my stats correct on this. Okay, so for me, how I stop the food addiction is, okay, so let me set it up. So food and I were best friends, okay? When I was mad, sad, happy, we hung out, but the funny thing about our relationship was that we hung out quietly because I didn't want anybody to know that I was best friends with food addiction. You know, I didn't know she was an addiction. I just thought she was fun and exciting. And when I figured out that I was hiding food, when my therapist said, "Have you ever thought you were a food addict?" I was like, "No, why would I think that?" And she said, "Well, you know, all the things you're talking about, hiding the food, You don't want anybody to know that you've already eaten breakfast on the way to work, but when you get to work, you eat breakfast again, and then I eat lunch, and then I eat lunch again, and then I eat on the way home, and then, you know, it was a trickle effect all day long. I was eating double meals, basically, was what was happening. And so what I had to do was end that friendship with food in that way. So basically, I had to tell food, I'm sorry, you do not have your best interest in heart, you know, you don't have my best interest in your mind. And I had to basically end that relationship with food. I had to tell myself, what do you want more? Do you want to have a knee replacement at 40, be diabetic, have high blood pressure, potentially not be here for your children? What do you want more? What is more, food or those things? And I clearly, those things are not, food is not as important as my children, first of all, any of that stuff. So I literally had to assign a worth almost. You know, I assigned a worth and to food. And it just wasn't worth it to me anymore. And so, yes, it screams at me. It tells me to please, you know, hang out. Let's hang out like we did in the old days. Let's, you know, don't you remember the times? You know, that kind of relationship. Yes. But I have to tell her, no, you're not healthy for me. You're not good. I made a post on this, Rachel, on Bariatric Babe. It's on my Instagram as well. I just posted it yesterday, so it should be right at the top if you would like to go and read it. That is it's almost the same story I just told you. So if you would like to go read that, I would love for anybody that is struggling with food addiction today to read that. It is on my Instagram. It's on Facebook under Bariatric Babe Shelly Holland. There's also a link in my bio to both of those things. And our Facebook community, my YouTube channel, because as soon as the lives are over, I go and I can add them to YouTube so that if anybody wants to watch them later, they can, if they're working or just can't join the live. So if you miss a live ever, they will be on YouTube within a few hours after the live is over. So I do encourage you to please read that post that I made. I do like to write. Because I feel like I can put my heart and my soul into that a little bit more sometimes. Like I can think about it a little bit more. Last night, it took me an hour and a half to write that one post. My husband was sitting next to me. And he took a picture of me and even posted it on Facebook that, see, my wife is working so hard she didn't even notice that I took a picture of her. I didn't. I was just in the zone. You know, when I'm working for you guys, I'm in the zone. So, but please read that post if you can. Okay, so I wanted to know too. Blood count keeps dropping and I'm staying in pain. Yeah, I would be interested in why it's doing that. Hi there, I'm from New Braunfels. Oh, hi, Ruben. Yeah, I'm working on getting my weight loss surgery in order. Any advice? Okay, where are you at, Ruben, as far as getting things in order? Have you seen the bariatric surgeon? Are you doing nutrition classes? Things like that. Do you know Holly Bernal? If you know her, get in contact with her for sure. She is awesome. She lives down there. She is an amazing source of information. But just let me know where you are, Ruben, as far as like in the sequence. Scheduled to have my surgery in October. I'm excited and scared at the same time. Yes, Amanda. That's amazing. Yes. Yeah, don't be scared, you guys. It is exciting. I understand. Nervous, he knows you. Pre-op testing tomorrow. Okay, good, he knows me. Oh, great. But yes, please tell him to keep me posted. Is mommy getting revision from sleeve to R and Y? I believe she is. I believe it's R and Y. Man, that's crazy, Cora. I don't understand why that's happening to you. I'm wondering... Okay, yeah, that's why I'm saying I think that you have an infection. Hi, Amber VSG. Hi, Forever Gina. How are you? I'm 5 days post-op. Skin removal. Woo! Yes, yes. Congratulations. I did it. Yes, congratulations. That is amazing. Wow. That is amazing. I've been watching a lot of videos. There's a bariatric lady. I guess she lives in Puerto Rico. I'm sorry if this is the first time I've seen her. She has like over 100,000 followers. She had skin removal. Oh, that's not you, is it? I'm all, wait a minute, is that you? Oh, you're Canadian. I'm like, wait a minute. She has over, I mean, a lot of followers. She just had skin removal. I don't know how much weight she's lost, but wow, she looks awesome. But she's still got all the drains and everything. That's crazy. But man, how are you doing, Forever Gina? How was it? Yes. Oh, you're having your done on Friday. Ooh, what's your noodle? My family's against my planned bariatric sleeve surgery. I'm starting to doubt myself. Do not SVH, SV, stay at home mom. I know, I think that's what that stands for. Do not doubt yourself, okay? Do not let other people plant seeds of doubt in your mind. You've already come this far. You've done the things you're supposed to do. Don't let other people plant seeds of doubt. You do what you're going to do. This is your life, okay? If you choose to change your mind, that's fine, but don't let anybody else sway you on that. Yeah, no way. You're doing this for you. That's right. 2 months of doctor's appointments, tracking weight before sending to insurance. Okay, awesome. Yes, CJS. I get to try Salad Wednesday. Yes, okay, so go slow, KY, okay? Remember what we talked about last week? Go slow, chew, chew, chew. If you can't tolerate the lettuce, go to spinach and try and chew, chew, chew that, okay? Okay, Rachel, I got your, whatever that was, message. There's a message request, so I got your message request if you're still here. Trying to keep from having all the food funerals. Okay, yeah, you can't do that. Start now, TJS. Start now, tomorrow, whatever. Don't have any food funerals, okay? F that. Fuck it. You're going to be able to eat that stuff later, okay? We're not having a food funeral, okay? I hate when people say that because I did the same thing. And I'm like, wait a minute, I can still have that stuff, but you just can't have it in the giant portions you were having it in before. We're having it in like steak. We're having in like 3-ounce portions. You know what I mean? If not less, you know? I mean, you can still have the yummy food, you guys. We've just got to have it in smaller portions. And if we're going to have the yummy desserts and stuff, we can have it sugar-free. Y'all, somebody made me a sugar-free cheesecake, and it tasted just like cheesecake, normal ass cheesecake you get at the Cheesecake Factory. I would not have been able to tell. Even the strawberry puree stuff she put on top was sugar-free. I was floored, honestly, floored, and it was so good. So don't get down on food. Don't have food funerals because you're gonna be able to have that. You'll have it again, I promise. It's just gonna look different, and it's okay. It's okay. I had both, Janie. Doctor's coming in. Let me talk to your doctor, Cora. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, girl. Hi, Julian. My sister-in-law and I are in our beds waiting to go back for surgery. Yes, wish us luck. Yes, Jillian, yes, awesome. That's so cool that you get to do that with your sister-in-law. That is amazing. Man, that's amazing. Good luck. Yes. Hi, Janie. I had the bypass 4 years ago. I kept the weight off, but I was so sick. I had so many problems after. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm so sorry to hear that. First year was rough. I wish all the luck in the world. I had an ulcer eat through my stomach. Oh, yeah, I've heard of that. I've heard that ulcers can, I don't know if it's going to erode all the way through, but it can definitely wreak some havoc in there, for sure. I had sleeve in 2015, bypass in October of 2018. So I'm almost 3 years out from my bypass. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tattoo. That's awesome. It sure is a journey. Y'all, that's what I tell you every time. Y'all, I've got to show y'all. I've just got to find somebody to make these. Our shirts. I created something. It's going to be on the, it's going to be on the front pouch. Let me. But I want to make these. So it's going to be like on the one side or the other, and it's going to say give yourself grace, just like this right here, give yourself grace. And I want to put something like, I don't know what underneath it, but we need to remember to give ourselves grace, okay? Because this journey, I always say that, give yourself grace, because this journey is hard. Do I not say that all the time? And so that's one of the shirts I'm looking at having made. And I think what we're going to do is I'm going to have them on orders. So we'll make them as the orders come in. I didn't know about YouTube. I think I have a lot of catching up to. Okay, so I haven't put there's like 5 or 6 lives on there. So I'm trying to add them every day when I do a live. And then now they started letting us add shorts, so I'll add some of my TikToks to that too. But there is a link in my there's a link in my bio to my YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. There's all sorts of stuff on there. Yeah, I think my YouTube, I don't remember. That's why I just put the link in my bio, because YouTube's a little bit different. How they let you do stuff is like Bariatric Babe - Shelly Holland. But this is your first time hearing about what? My YouTube? I talk about my YouTube all the time. Well, not all the time, but I haven't told y'all about it, I guess. I just was embarrassed that I didn't have a lot of stuff on there. And I was getting kind of lazy. And then on Friday, I was like, you know what? What about people who miss my lives? They may want to watch them. And then I was like, nobody wants to watch my stupid lives. And then, and then the voice was like, stop beating yourself up. Somebody may want to watch your live. How much have you lost since the bypass? I developed low potassium, which I take medicines for now. Okay. So with sleeve, I lost 60 pounds. And with bypass, I lost 72 for a total of 112 pounds. Is that right? Yeah, approximately. 112. Yes. Thank you, Lexi. Oh, you guys all know me so much. Lost 130 in 6 months. Wow. You go, Janie. That's amazing. Yeah. The acid reflux is terrible, you guys. Oof. RNY stands for Roux-en-Y. Roux-en-Y gastric bypass. Yes. That is the bypass. Roux-en-Y gastric bypass. RNY. Hey, JD Joe. Welcome, welcome. Yes, I'm glad you're here. Need to lose weight. I'm 327. Okay, yeah, we're here for you. 14 days post-op, feeling pretty good. Still sore on my left side. Yep, that's the side that they took your stomach out of, or, you know, put the drain in. All the stuff happens on that left incision. Like the anchor stitch are causing me so much grief. Yep. And it probably will for a while. Because I'm telling you, there's some days where I still can feel from the mesh from my sleeve. I can feel it in there. I don't know why my nose is all getting crazy right now. I'm on the soft food phase, and honestly, it's been hard. It takes all day to digest, or so it feels. It just feels that way. It's gone through your pouch. It's gone through everything by the time you even... you remember, slinking through your intestines, okay? So, now that part... that part may take a while, depending on what you're doing. But remember, it's a baby in there, okay? I just posted a video on Friday from my live when we were talking about your baby stomach. You've got a tiny infant stomach. Think about if you have had a baby or you've been around a baby, you don't know. That baby doesn't know, and you don't know. It's like you're trying to get to know your new body. There's so much new stuff going on in there. So you got to be patient with your new body or your new stomach or pouch or whatever you've got, whatever you want to call your new digestive system, you know, whatever you want to call it. Some people like to make up cute little names for, you know, because they're, you know, like they call it Karen, or they call it, you know, Grouchy McPouchy, or, you know, whatever you want to call it. I don't come up with anything like that. It's talking, or because you guys know mine likes to talk a lot. Mine's loud. I'm trying to remind myself that it's not never again. Yeah, it's not never again. This is just for time now. It's just, we'll see you later, okay? When we get to hang out again, we're not going to be able to hang out for, with all this stuff that we hung out with before. We're going to get to hang out on a smaller scale. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, we made protein pudding cheesecake. Yes! Yes, that's awesome. Awesome. I might have to get that recipe. I saw somebody, I think it was Bypass Nicole, talking about like a protein pudding type situation. That's exactly what the counselor said about the food in my evaluation on Thursday. Yes. Hi, Bobby. Are you still here? I'm still here. Almost 3 years out and down 172 pounds. Yes, Kara. Yes, that's amazing. Congratulations. Congratulations. I'm still undecided, sleeve or bypass. Hi, Allie. Okay, you just got to do the research. You've got to do the pros and cons. Like, get on Google and type in literally pros and cons to gastric bypass, pros and cons to gastric sleeve. That way you can look at everything. What is going on? Like, my nose decided, because remember I was sick last week. I did better all weekend long. Now I get in here and my nose has decided it wants to run and trickle and make me cough. What is the anchor stitch? It just holds everything together inside there. Holds all the stuff. It's just, I mean, yeah, it just holds everything down inside there. I mean, they just moved everything around inside there. 5.5 years out and I still have phantom pains. Me too, Lisa. Welcome, Lisa. Me too. I feel the same thing. I feel like I have the phantom pains on. I feel like that incision in particular is so sensitive. Like if my husband touches it or a kid accidentally, my child, you guys know, I like to wear crop tops a lot. And my 4-year-old is obsessed. He's a boy. He's obsessed that I have poop in my belly button. He thinks that's so funny. He's like, Mommy, you have poop in your belly button. I don't have poop in my belly button. But that's just what he thinks. Because I laugh because he thinks it's funny. Because I think it's funny that the way he says poop is funny, you know. So anyways, then he'll poke my abdomen and he always pokes that spot. And I'm like, oh, please don't poke that. It hurts. Or it doesn't really hurt. It's like you said, a phantom pain. It's like it's sensitive. You know? Yeah, that's what I think too. Research. I'm going to call mine Gertrude. Yeah, that's good, Bobby. Yes. See? That's what I'm saying. Funny. Okay, so let's get real post-surgery. All right, Rachel. How long did it take for you to have a stool? It was 8 days post. Okay. Yeah, that was about right for me too. And it was not a normal poop. It was like this weird sand color brown. Now this is post-op sleeve. Okay. So I've got 2 stories. So post-op sleeve was like a sandy color brown, long, thin, like it wasn't, you know, like in the medical profession, when a doctor asks you, how does your stools look? You tell them exactly what they look like. You need to tell them they're brown, they're, whatever. Well, this is a little bit different color than you're probably used to. This, like I said, it's like a tannish sand color. It's not the consistency that you're normally used to. Like I said, it's long, seemed long, and it was different. Now with bypass, that is whatever you ate. Like if I decided I was going to have something that was blue, well, it's green and black and like diarrhea almost like. I don't really have hard stools anymore. They're loose. You know what I mean? But it's not diarrhea really. It's just a loose stool. Maybe that's more, I don't want to say diarrhea because it's more loose. And the color always depends on whatever it was I ate. So with the red lentils, when I had red lentils, the color was a little bit different. Now with this, it's kind of hard to talk about that, but with recently, because I've been taking the penicillin with potassium, that said it can make your stools darker colored, and yeah. And I'm constipated. Oh my gosh, yesterday was like terrible. So more recently, yesterday was terrible. I mean, I'm still reeling in pain from that. I need to get a stool softener probably. No, because we talked about last week how do antibiotics affect pouches. Well, if you ever get an antibiotic and you are on a pouch or a sleeve, please get a stool softener and start right then, because I'm telling you, you do not want what happened to me yesterday. Yikes. Yeah, it was about 8 days, I would say, and I never worried about it, honestly. My sister got real concerned about hers because she had bypass in May of 2020, and she was like super concerned. She's like, I poop every day and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, we just rearranged your whole organs. Like, I don't understand why you think you're still going to poop every day. No, you're not going to poop every day. You're not eating what you were eating before to poop every day. You're eating way less than you would if you have a normal stomach. So don't expect you're going to poop every day, okay? So don't get freaked out. You're not going to get impacted. You're not going to, You know, none of that. It's going to be fine, okay? Yeah, 14 days, some people reporting. Premier shake and a package of sugar-free Jell-O pudding makes... Ooh. Premier shake and a package of sugar-free Jell-O pudding makes awesome dessert. Okay, I'm going to have to try that. I think somebody told me that before. I'm having the sleeve done August 4th. All right, Gray Mom. Awesome. You can mix flavors to your liking. I like that, too. As a food addict, I'm like, I like that. I like that. All of that sounds so good. We also made it with half a teaspoon of sugar-free whipped cream. Yeah, since you've had your gallbladder intestines, you don't have a... Same thing. Yeah, okay, so it's the same thing. Yeah, see, I go every day now because I drink coffee. I've told you guys I drink 1 cup of coffee, 8 ounces of coffee every morning to get going in the... Like, get literally going, like my mind going. I cannot. And then I poop usually because that starts about 6:20 is what time I'm pouring my coffee. And then by 7:30, it's time to go to the bathroom. So... And I'm not like hoofing it to the bathroom. It's not like it was in the beginning. Like I told you guys, you better go. Like, you know, like the Sam story. It's not like that. It's just like, I know I need to go. You know, like, oh, I need to go. You know, it's not like that anymore. In the beginning, yeah, if you just had surgery or you're fixing to have surgery and you feel like your body is telling you need to go to the bathroom, you better get to the bathroom. Like, now. Because your body you do not have the control to hold that in. I promise you, you do not. My stools are back and forth. Some more normal, some loose. Was diagnosed IBS-D prior to surgery. Okay, there you go. We made vanilla shake cheesecake pudding. Okay, who's coming to my house, Candy? I'm going to need you to come to my house, and I'm going to need you to make me all these things. That sounds amazing. You have IBS too, Lexi? Oh, with an inflammatory bowel. Oh, no. Does resetting help with that? Because that's, y'all, if I had IBS, dude, all day long, I'd probably be resetting. I just wonder if resetting helps with that. But not resetting what we talk about normally, like, but I get stomach upset with nerves and have to take Imodium. Okay, yes. I understand that. I had weight loss surgery bypass in November 2020, and I've lost 77 pounds. I'm really struggling at the moment. Okay, remember, weight loss can be, some people can lose differently. Slow. We got sprinter losers who lose very fast, and marathon losers who lose very slow, just over a small amount or over a long term. So it took me about 1.5 years to lose that 92 pounds. So please, Life with Rolls, like please know that you will lose it. Just keep doing what you're doing. Stay on the regimen, stay on your fitness, and I promise you it will come off. Okay, you just got to be patient. You've got to be patient. I'm struggling with food addiction and old habits. Okay, yes, I understand that 100%. You've got to tell that food addiction you're not hanging out with her anymore. She does not have your best interest in mind, okay? She's not your friend. Food is not your friend. Food is not going to comfort you. She's a friend that's going to stab you in the back, okay? If I can equate it to anybody or anything to help you understand that the things that you're doing to yourself, you are the one suffering the brunt of that abuse. She does not care. It's toxic. She does not care. So what you need to do, if you want to have a successful weight loss journey, you're just going to have to get rid of all those foods, get rid of those thoughts, and whenever they come in your mind, you're going to have to say, no, you do not have the best interest at heart for me. You just don't. You know what I mean? Like, that's the way I had to look at her, is food, her. And I'm not talking about all food, you guys. I'm not talking about salads and stuff. I'm talking about when we go to binge eat and emotional eat and we're eating the ice creams and we're eating, you guys know what we're talking about. When I talk about food addiction, we're not talking about I'm addicted to salads. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about that we came home and ate a whole gallon of Bluebell ice cream because we were sad that the lady at the pharmacy flipped me off. I don't know, whatever it was. We're sad that we saw, something terrible happen, or somebody said something to us that we didn't like. That was usually for me what it was. I had a terrible day at work. I was treated in a way, so I would come home and eat a king-size Snicker bar by myself after eating a whole blizzard from Dairy Queen. And then I would eat dinner, and then after dinner I would eat a whole bag of Oreo cookies. So that's what we're talking about. Okay, we're not talking about, I just want to clarify and be sure that you guys understand. We're talking about binge eating, emotional eating, overeating. So I understand what you're saying, life rules, I understand, but you've got to tell that friend that you're not friends anymore. I mean, she's not your friend. We were talking about in the beginning here that research evidence suggests that things that are high in sugar, salt, and or fat can trigger the pleasure sensors, and it creates a strong feelings of pleasure and satisfaction. The response is similar to a cocaine addict. And so that's why I always say that we need to be careful when it comes to those foods. That's why I haven't had candy in 15 weeks, you guys. Tomorrow will be 16 weeks since I've not had any candy. So that's why I say that we just cannot be friends with that. Like, I cannot be friends with sweets. I cannot be friends with candy. That's why. 16 weeks. Almost tomorrow will be 16 weeks since I've had any candy. Okay, so let's talk about reasons why we have food addiction. Food addiction is often developed for various biological and physiological, or yes, psychological, not physiological, psychological or social reasons. Okay, so we have abnormalities in our brain, imbalances, medication side effects, and then like other family members may have it as well. You can also have it from like a physical abuse, sexual abuse, experience some sort of trauma in your life. I mean, this is mine. Unable to effectively handle negative situations. I cannot handle negative situations. That's why I told you, if somebody says something mean to me that I didn't like, I would turn to food, because I cannot handle, I still have trouble handling negative situations. So, that's why I just leave, because I don't know how to deal with it. Okay. So that's why people get mad at me, because they're like, why, I don't understand why you shut down. And I'm like, cause I don't know what to do. I don't know. I make jokes and I'm like, I don't know what to do with my hands. Well, I don't know what to do. So I just sit there or leave, because I don't know what to do. And so, that's just the way we have been brought up to deal with these things. So we turn to food because we don't know how else to deal with it. Okay. So some signs and symptoms of food addiction: significant weight gain, eating more food, continue to eat even if not hungry, eating in secret, heart troubles, going out of your way to obtain certain foods, decreased energy, chronic fatigue, difficulty concentrating, sleep disorders, restlessness, irritability, ding, 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 headaches, digestive disorders, eating to the point of feeling ill. And I never had suicidal ideations. I never had that. I'm not into that. But almost all of those other things are 100% me. And I wonder how many of you guys identify with that. The effects. Now, this 100% will affect you. If you do not seek treatment or help with a counselor, this will be what will happen to you. Unhealthy weight gain, reduced sex drive, diabetes, headaches. Y'all, I never understood. I would come home every day with a headache. I would come home with migraines. I would have to go get injections. I just thought it had something to do with my job, because I was in denial. I didn't know that it had anything to do with food. Malnutrition, obesity, chronic fatigue, heart disease, kidney, liver disease, chronic pain. Why do you think we're in chronic pain? Because we're overweight and our damn ankles and knees and arms, everything fucking hurts because we're overweight. And also, not to mention, not even have anything to do with the overweight. Let's just talk about what's in those foods. Like, how much sodium and how much processed crap is in those foods. You know what I mean? Like, those things can lead to inflammation, you know? Like we were talking about beef earlier. Somebody's talking about celiacs, you know? And so, depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, emotional detachment or numbness, panic attacks, feeling sad, hopeless, or in despair. Yeah, I mean, all of those things, you guys. So what we need to do is seek help, join groups like what we're in, get counseling, because that's the only way we're going to be able to get through this. We're not going to be able to get through this on our own. We've got to be able to have a community of people that understand what we're talking about, that understand all the many facets, you know? But we are here for you. So why do some lose over 100 pounds in 6 months? Because, like what I talked about, some people are marathon losers and some people are sprinter losers. So comparison is a thief of joy, so we can never truly figure out why somebody's metabolic is different than your metabolic. So like mine is slow, like with the sleeve, everything fell off really quick, and with the bypass, it was really slow. So I don't know why. I don't know. My boyfriend jokes I know where every public bathroom is. Yeah, you gotta. I haven't been brave enough to admit I'm a little out of control to anyone, but I just saw this live. Oh, life with rolls. Oh, okay. First, you need to read my post on Instagram. Okay, please read my post on Instagram or my bariatric babe on Facebook. There is a link in my bio, in that picture. It's the link tree. There is a link to. I just made a post last night about my food addiction. Please, please, please read it, okay? Because the first step is admitting, and that is the hardest step for us to get over, okay? So please know that I understand what you are going through, and I understand 100% how you are feeling. So please know that I am here for you, okay? Life with Rolls, I am here for you, and understand 100%. We need all those recipes. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, sabotage, you guys, is the worst part. Sabotage, we do that, but we got to figure out why you sabotage Life with Rolls. Do you sabotage because you feel that you are not worthy of that life? You're not worthy of having all of these things? Do you sabotage because... why? You know, why are we sabotaging? Once you figure that part out, I tell you, I think you'll figure out why you have this food addiction. Yeah, good. I'm glad, Lexi. I'm glad the resetting helps. It's annoying. Sorry, you guys, I'm behind. Okay, good. Motion eating is horrible. Yep, you guys, I understand. Got to find a new outlet for those emotions. That's why I always tell you guys to clean out a drawer, go for a walk, call a friend, clean out a closet, clean out your refrigerator, get rid of all that crap. You know what I mean? Like, I saw a video of a man, I've seen him so many times, Keto Joe or Keto John, I think is his name, and he is a food addict, and he gained 20 pounds in a month from his food addiction, and I think he's had weight loss surgery, but I'm not sure. I'm not brave enough to ask him, because that's none of my business. But anyways, he threw out all of this stuff in his house, and that's the first thing I always tell everybody to do, is throw all that shit away, because you don't need it. It's just there tempting you. We do not need temptations in our home. This is where we're staying. This is where we are most of the day. We do not need those temptations. So get rid of it. Give it to a friend if you don't feel like throwing it away. Give it to a neighbor. Give it to a food pantry. Do something, but you got to get it out of your house. You cannot have that. Sugar is like dopamine, serious high and then super lows. That's exactly what it says in this paperwork I printed out. It can trigger the pleasure sensors, dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins. So there you go. Yes, you need to join our, you need to join our group, Life with Rolls. There's a link in my bio. All the links you guys need are right here. There's a YouTube channel. I've got Facebook. I've got 2 pages. I got a page on Facebook and our community group. And then I've got Instagram and TikTok, as you guys know. Aw, thank you guys so much. You guys all like pep me up all the time. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support and advice. I appreciate it. Life with Rolls, 100%. I am here for you, 100%. I understand. Yes, I wonder about ADHD for myself as well. It's like a drug addiction. When I quit junk food, I landed in the hospital with detox. See, I feel the same way some days. I'm like, and then it's so funny because like if I go back, like I said, I've not had candy. Tomorrow will be 16 weeks. I have not had candy, but I feel like if I even licked it, I would be sick. I just know it. I would be right back. I'd be right back sniffing lines, sniffing lines of Smarties, because I loved candy. I mean, Oh, you know what? I have not had this either. Also those cherry pies, like you get the fried cherry pies. Oh my God. I'm a slut for a cherry pie. Oh man. I identify with every single one of those. Yep. Gotten to where I wanted to give up on everything. Over 400 pounds. Oh, girl. I think that is why I'm having issues going to the gym. It hurts to work out and not afterwards. Yeah, that's why. My boyfriend thinks a lot of these things are in my head. Because people who don't understand food addiction can't fathom. And so how I had to help my husband with it, because he was a cigarette smoker for a very long time. And so I had to tell him... So you know how every time you crave a cigarette, because he still craves cigarettes. He's not smoked in 9 years, but he still craves that sensation of holding the cigarette and the draw in his lungs. Like he'll tell you the inhalation, holding it in his hand. I said, that's exactly the same way I feel about food. Exactly. Like I want it in my hand. I want it in my mouth. I want to feel it in my mouth. I want to eat it and swallow it. And feel like it. I'm like, do you understand? It's that same, like when I make him explain it to me. So like if your boyfriend has some sort of, not addiction, but you know, like if he has something that he's like, I must have that, you know, baseball cards or, some men collect baseball caps or, you know what I mean? Like, what is it that draws you in about that? And then let them answer you and say, that's exactly how I feel about food. Exactly. The same thing. And then they're like, oh, never thought of that. You know, because some people, they don't think like that. No, it's not. It's real. Yeah. We'll do. And we'll join the Facebook too. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you. Does have to be around a bathroom at all times. Yeah. All right, you guys, I'm going to finish up these because I need to get out of here soon. Hey, baby Drock. Welcome, Liz. Welcome. Hey. I had my sleep 2 days ago. Awesome, Sarah. How you doing? Bryn. Yes, has everyone stayed sugar-free? Pretty much, Bryn. Yeah, you do not want to find out what happens. You stay sugar-free. You don't want to know about Sam's. Oh, thank you so much, Liz. You guys are so sweet to me. Cherry pie. Yeah, it's true. Y'all, that video, the Warrant song, she's my cherry pie. Go drink of water. You know, whatever. That's me. I am, whoever that girl was, Tawny Katan or whoever. Or whatever, that girl, I don't know, whoever. I am cherry pie. I'm a slut for cherry pie. Woo! With some vanilla ice cream on top. That's why I can't have it, do you see? That's why. I had my bypass surgery on the 24th of June, starting to feel better, but the first 3 days were awful. Ugh, I'm so sorry. I have to go put my son in bed, but thank you so much. Yes, awesome. Yes, welcome. Definitely staying sugar-free, but was just curious. I've only gotten 35 grams. Okay, good. Bren, do not only you got 35 in, okay? You just had surgery, what, on Friday? We're like 3 or 4 days. Yeah, 3 days post-op. 35 grams of protein is really good on like 3 days. So you go, girl. Don't worry about, you stay sugar-free. That's fine. Stay sugar-free. You do not want to poop your pants at anywhere, okay? So just try to stay sugar-free as long as you possibly can, forever. And if you do decide to eat some sugar, do not leave the house. Period. Until you figure out what happens. But, alright, you guys, I gotta get out of here. My son is here. I'm sure he wants to hang out. You guys know what I'm gonna say. Give yourself grace. I love you. You are beautiful. You're amazing. You are kind. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Lexi, for being a moderator. You guys are amazing. Join our Facebook group. There is a link in my bio. I'd love you to follow our YouTube as well. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for all of your wonderful community, your chat.